And spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner, he is on fire, on fire, on fire. I can't stop saying it enough. It is a Zubu viOlet. Oh, we hit the wrong key there. A Zubu viOlet.
And up here in the top right corner, currently down 1 game, it is Liquid HerO as our red Protoss.
Now, HerO on Cloud Kingdom. Why do you think he chose Cloud Kingdom?
I'm wondering if we're going to see some sort of immortal timing. I'm going to be honest here. It is Cloud Kingdom, so it's
That's
not
quite true.
of.
That's quite true. Now, he did go for Stargate last time, and Cloud Kingdom is a really good Stargate map. I love Cloud Kingdom for Stargate. Doesn't allow you to get that third base so easily, but it does allow you to do so much harassment between the third and the natural, the third and the main. There's that nice little ledge there,
Sure.
And you can take perfect advantage of as a Protoss player with a whole bunch of Phoenixes. It gives you a lot of map presence, and eventually you can turn that into some sort of push. Excuse me.
Yeah, it actually looks like HerO's opting to go for a gate first. He's actually not going to go for a Forge expand here. We might actually see him just do some sort of in-base play for now, maybe stick on 1 base just for shortly, maybe go back to the Cyber Core expand. We actually haven't really seen that too much lately.
No, we haven't. And that's great. I like to see like these types of play. Maybe he's going to go for some sort of cheese.
That'd be really surprising from HerO. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen him play cheese too often, especially in a PvZ situation. The second pylon does go down in base, so he's still not looking to expand as of yet. Currently up to 17 supplies. Gateway's going to be done here in just a second, and we'll have to see what exactly he wants to do with his resources after that point.
Yeah, quite true. Now, viOlet playing incredibly standard right now. He's got that spawning pool just about to pop up. We don't see any gas or anything like that, so he's playing incredibly standard Zerg, and he's going to want to play this game safe because you know HerO's a little bit against the wall, and some players when they're in that position will try to do something a little bit weird.
So, I mean, do you think Violet's surprised right now that he's not seeing a Forge down here along with the Nexus on the way or some sort of wall off?
Oh, most certainly. I mean, this is a very good Forge Fast Expand map. You have a very strong wall. So not seeing that right now, Violet's definitely worried a little bit. We can see that gas extractor going down immediately as soon as he saw that. So Violet is like, okay, what's going on? Something's weird happening. We have Warp Gate underway. We have the first Zealot now coming out. And, you know, HerO's might just be going just for that 1 gate, but he might also be doing something else.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to do something a little bit hectic here. He does have his first Zealot on the way. He was chrono boosting his Stalker as well, so going to do a little bit of aggression, it looks like, with his first 2 units. Nothing wrong with that. It wasn't so successful in the first game. Violet did a really good job of getting the perfect number of Zerglings out.
And but he hasn't grabbed a second gas, so I don't think we're going to be seeing anything like a DT or like a 1-base blink play or anything like that. I don't think HerO's that crazy.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think this is going to be just a little bit of aggression. Hopefully, you're trying to get just a little bit of, a nice little 1-gate Nexus play.
Yep, there we go. So we are going for the Cybercore expand type build. He does have a second Stalker on the way, just about to hit 400 minerals, and we should see that Nexus go down. And we were talking about this in the last game as well. I mean, quick thirds on this map are definitely possible, and then you have that, Spartan 300 where you have to hold the top of this ramp and do the best you can to funnel units in and mitigate as much surface area as possible. I could see HerO doing something like that on a map like
I could definitely see HerO doing something like that. I mean, it's a really good thing just to stay on 3 bases as Protoss. You can get up to 3-0 very easily, and then you can start working on your late game army.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like actually Violet is going for a Spine Crawler on the low ground here, just to deny any sort of early aggression. Of course, he knows his opponent had a quick gateway, and it looks like they are going to target down the Queen. There are 4 Zerglings in production, and now the Spine Crawler's done. If he can avoid the Spine Crawler, he might be able to do a little bit of damage. The first drone does actually get killed off by HerO, and look at all this mining time that Violet is being taken away from.
Yeah, and the aggression from before in the first game was actually very, very late compared to this. I mean, the 1-gate expand is very good at getting just such early units coming out, and this actually denies a lot of drones coming out from Violet as well.
Wow, there's 14 Zerglings are in production from Violet right now. Speed's about to finish. This Stalker's, there's no way it's going to make it home. Speed's going to finish within time. And HerO actually did a decent amount of damage. He actually killed 3 workers with that little micro maneuver from him. And it looks like there's actually 10 seconds left on Speed. Might be able to make it back home. I don't think he's going to make it, man. There's just a few more seconds left, 2 seconds left if the Zerglings can get in front of it. And he does get in front of it, so he's going to pick off the Stalker here. And now HerO's in a little bit of trouble. He only has a couple of sentries to kill off a bunch of Zerglings here. And there are a ton more Zerglings streaming in. No Baneley Nest, no Roach Warren. Forge has been dropped, but is Gateway research done? I believe it is. Yeah,
I don't know, but we have to watch that front, because there's so many Zergling coming in here. Now there are a lot of sentries, and they do tickle these little Zergling down the 1 pylon down to so little health. But it looks like HerO staved this off for now.
Yeah, of course, sentries with the force fields make it really, really hard for Zerglings to get in. And HerO did a really good job of keeping his probe count up. He's actually above his opponent right now. Of course, Violet wasted about 8 larvae on this many Zerglings at this early stage of the game.
Quite true, quite true. Now there goes the double gas down at the natural, so HerO going to start getting into a little bit more of the high-tech pattern, not going to go for any type of immediate expansion because he really just can't do it.
Sure, and viOlet did waste quite a bit of money during that game, so his third has been denied. We're actually at the 8-minute mark, and his third is just about a third of the way done. It looks like he's starting to gas up a bit. Lair may be started here, and we do have a Roach Warrant and an Evolution Chamber.
Yeah, and viOlet, it's just, he's just playing a standard game. There's nothing really too crazy. He did go for a lot of Zergling in the beginning, and wow, that 1 sentry just barely survived that game. He did go for a lot of Zergling in the beginning there, just to try and punish HerO for doing that, but HerO held it off really well, and now HerO's actually in the advantage in food supply.
Yeah, they're tied on drones or drones and probes right now. Of course, viOlet trying to get his third up. He'll start droning up again. The one thing that's nice about having this many speedlings on the map is he does get map control. There's not really much HerO can do to take the watchtowers because viOlet would just come by with his Zerglings and clean it up real quick.
And that third is going to come incredibly late from HerO here. He's got the robotics facility now going up. He's also got the Twilight Council just going up as well. I'm really curious to see what he's going to be doing into the mid game. Yeah, right now he's only grabbing an observer. This might be a little bit of a delayed type of High Templar tech. Just going straight for High Templar, doing a little bit of damage there.
He does have a probe down here, so he might actually opt in to go for a quick third here. With Blink, I think he'll be able to hold most aggression, especially with Roaches. The layer is just now done, so we'll have to see what kind of tech does viOlet go for. He is getting Roach speed along with +1, so it looks like he's just going to stick on Roach tech for just a little while longer while sitting on 3 base. And
I really like this. Is a huge change coming out here from HerO. He's got so much tech upgrades coming out already. We already have +2 started. This is completely different from last game where the third +3 came out like at the 15-minute marker, even later than that.
Yeah, it's an excellent point. viOlet currently building
a 20-minute mark, I think.
Yeah, he was really, really late on his upgrades, and he's got +1 armor at pretty late stages. But it looks like they're trying to kill off the Overlord here, which is, of course, on this high ground spot, which is just amazing on this map.
Yeah, I hate and love those little Overlord spots. It's just one of those little places that people have realized that they can put a little Overlord and just get so much information. Of course, it's a little bit of vulnerability. It's 100 minerals, but the amount of information you get is completely invaluable.
Sure, that's an excellent point. And it looks like viOlet may feign some aggression here with a couple of Roaches and some Zerglings and try to take a fourth. I mean, I think that's his best option at this point. He missed his opportunity to try and flood HerO with a bunch of Roaches and Zerglings, but it looks like he's going to get an Infestation Pit. Should probably take a fourth base here. There is an Observer in the main, so it's going to see the Infestation Pit. And so HerO's in a pretty comfortable spot right now. If he can secure this third, I think he's in a really, really great spot. Yeah, the Immortals are now starting to come out, and with Glial or Constitution just finishing up, though, we're going to probably start seeing a little bit more aggression coming out here from viOlet. He's already taken down those Destructible Rocks, trying to make it so that if he does go up that main ramp, it's going to force a lot more Force Fields. Oh, a whole bunch of Force Fields do get spent, and not even that one Roach was taken out there. Yeah, wow, this is a lot of Force Fields wasted by HerO, using a ton of energy, only getting 1 or 2 Roaches here. And so now viOlet can actually switch and move over to the third base if he wants to, but I don't see any reason to. As long as he's, macking up behind this, he's getting +2, building a couple more Roaches. Pathogen Glands are on the way, and they're relatively even right now on upgrades and all. Yeah, they are. But, HerO, I think, was just buying a little bit more time for the more Immortals to come out. We already have the 1 Immortal that has come out here. But this is a little bit dangerous because, yes, that 1 Zealot did get taken out there by all those Roaches. Oh, that Immortal does survive this engagement. And HerO with the blink forward will take out a couple more of those Roaches. Very nicely done by HerO. That Warpin was beautifully done. I mean, he denied any units from getting through. In the first game, he actually let a lot of units slip by, so it's nice to see him catch those units this time. Looks like viOlet's going to warp in, or bring in a couple more units, 18 Zerglings, 4 Infestors, and just currently still sitting on 3 base, so I mean, at this point, he's kind of delayed his fourth long enough. Do you think he's just going to go for some sort of pressure timing? I think so. I think that's exactly what he's going for. I mean, when you have so many sentries, you have to do something. You've delayed your tech so far. I was really curious why he was going for 4 gas so early out of his natural base, but it's incredibly apparent. I mean, he's got the Warp Prism now underway. He's got +3 now started as well. I think HerO is definitely going to go for a pretty strong attack soon enough, as soon as probably +3 finishes up, I would say. And it looks like viOlet's just kind of taking the map over, moving around with his Roach and Zergling army. He's up to about 7 Infestors, I believe. Yeah, he'll be up to 7 Infestors in just a moment here. viOlet's taking a 4th base and just kind of moving around the map, making sure the watchtowers are clear, making HerO a little bit uncomfortable. And HerO actually moving along the west side. Is he going to go for some sort of pressure? His army's completely out of position. HerO could actually get pushed on at his natural. Oh, and it looks like one little Changeling Zealot's going to go hang out with the other Changeling, the other Zealot. And I always have to imagine how awkward an encounter that must be. It's like, yo, what's going on, man? Yeah, you just see a little tentacle come out of his wrist, and you're like, uh-oh, something's not right. Dude, I think you might want to go see a doctor or something. So it looks like Violet's getting ready for this pressure, building a couple more roaches. He has +2 weapons already, so doing a good job of keeping even with HerO on upgrades. HerO is chrono boosting out +3 and is actually going to push before it's done. It's about 70 seconds from being done, about 40 with chrono boost, and now he's going to force a cancel on the 4th unless Violet can get in a better position here. But no, the 4th base is going to get canceled, and it looks like another base race situation. No, Violet is returning home. He's actually going to try and push into this. He's coming up from the backside on the 3rd base. Nice force fields are thrown down this time. 2 Immortals are in the front, doing so much damage. Nice slice now, actually splitting the units very, very nicely.
Wow, now HerO gets an amazing amount of force fields there. He actually was trying to get up that 3rd base ramp in order to spend less force fields, but it doesn't matter. He still got such good force fields out of those sentries and really destroyed Violet's potential to really counter this attack at that point. Now here comes all of the roaches once again, but the Immortals are in the back. They're not that vulnerable. The GG from Violet as the 3rd base goes down.
So I have a request. Can we just turn this into a best of 5? I mean, in all honesty,
wow,
an amazing, amazing